Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. All right, so I'm in front of a prison. I mean, like a real prison. The Allen Correctional Institute in Louisiana. There's an inmate here that I need to take a deposition of. And when I got ready to come here, they don't let you just walk into the prison. You have to show who you are and that you're here for a legitimate reason. And so I had to bring some identification. I brought my passport. And it becomes relevant because this week I'm looking at the concept of the kingdom of God in my video thoughts for the day. Kind of spurred on by the preacher's message, Pastor Jared's message Sunday morning, and his series that he just launched. And I love the idea that there is a real concept of belonging to something other than this world. Now, my passport that got me in here is a U.S. passport because I'm a U.S. citizen. But Paul, the old apostle in the New Testament times who wrote so many of the letters in the New Testament, Paul, while a citizen of Rome, the city of Rome, also a citizen of the city of Tarsus, Paul wrote something very important to the Philippians. In Philippians chapter 3, verse 20, he wrote about there are people who live with their mind set on things of this world. He even says their God is their belly. As somebody who's a foodie, I do love my food. I can relate to that and have to be careful with that. He talked about the people who think about base things and live for these earthly base pleasures. And then in verse 20, he says, but our citizenship is in heaven. In other words, in the kingdom of God. Paul recognized that the best calling in a human life is to live for something beyond this world, to live with a purpose beyond filling our belly each day, to live with something beyond the desire to have just a good time. Living for things of this world will only get you so far in life in terms of joy, in terms of peace, in terms of fulfillment. But if you live with an understanding that you're made for more than this world, that your life is meant to be more than just making it through the day-to-day grunge, the treadmill of existence, then suddenly you become more attuned to something with meaning and significance. So, what does that mean for me today? Well, first of all, it means I'm going in there to take a deposition, but I don't want to stay in there. My citizenship, hopefully, and my residence is not there. But in this world, if we never find the kingdom of God in a very real sense, we have an incarceration. We are enslaved or imprisoned by the world system, the world's values, the world scheme. And candidly, we may not realize we're living behind barbed wire, but we are. And so I would urge you to join me, seeking that kingdom of heaven. As a Christian, I understand that this citizenship comes from the sacrifice and the work of Christ on our behalf, so that we look to God for something beyond the mere part of this life. And that, my friends, is your video thought for the day. If you appreciate these, hey, be sure to leave a comment down below or send them on to someone else. It's always something that's of use to some. See you tomorrow.